All right, if you guys haven't tuned into the other videos, we're getting ready to do an oil change on the 05 Gsxr 600 here. And you can tell we're doing some crazy stuff. We've done this before, don't you worry. All right, hoist, ratchet strap, handlebars up. Then we're gonna have enough room to get to the filter, turn on the wheel. I don't know, never done it. Might work, might not. And then, yeah, the plug right down now. So we're just gonna wrap this stuff in here. Hopefully this video will be pretty short and sweet. Yeah, we'll come back when this is all hooked up. All right, once you got this thing up in the air, like so. Do you guys have some bike stands you can put on your tires at the house? It's definitely way easier to do that than this here. I'm just doing it because this is what we got. This is my brother's. He's letting me borrow it, so gracious of him. Now, our little oil drain plug, if I'm not mistaken, is right here. I hope you guys can see that. This little nut right there, or bolt actually is what it is. It's a 17 millimeter. I just checked it. And if that oil filter that's on the bike, like right around in here somewhere, is the same as this one that I bought from Advanced, which is a KN 138, it should have the same size nut head on the filter there. So it should be a 17 and then 17 mil bolt. So you should only need an extension or two and 17 millimeter and a ratchet to do all this. Here's some of that 10W40 motorcycle ATV oil. It's full synthetic. That's what they recommend. I was thinking of putting some car oil in there until I read more about it. You know, silly me. There's some stuff that's in car oil that they don't put in this because this oil lubricates the wet clutch in here too, and it'll cause slippage if you use car oil. So please get the right stuff that says it's for a motorcycle. And I'm going to go ahead and put up some stuff here in a bit, if I haven't already, of the different types of oils and stuff they recommend. I think it even says they have a preferred filter. I didn't really go off of that. I just went off of K&N because that's the one we got on it, and I like to be able to take it off easily with this instead of putting the what am I trying to say? The remover tool for that. Either the belt or the little grabby dill, whatever you got. This is probably by far going to be the easiest because you got to get it in between the exhaust here, and there's 4 of them. And it's kind of hard to see. Let's see if I can see over here. Yep. You can barely see it right in between there. I don't know if you guys can. There it is. Hiding right back in there, and you can only get to the head easily without taking a bunch of stuff off with the ratchet and extension and a socket. So we're gonna get to taking that off before it's so hot that I have a stroke out here. All right, I can't really see what I'm doing up under here, but you guys probably can. Bring this over. This camera quality's probably god awful, but I'm just gonna put that up underneath here to keep twisting in off of there until some oil comes out, and hopefully not all over everywhere. We'll be right back after this unscheduled program. All right, I know you probably can't see it. You can see it all over there. There it is, going nuts. Got it all over my hand, and then here's what that bolt looks like. Anyways, we're gonna wait a couple minutes, let that drain, and matter of fact, I'm gonna pop this off here with my clean hand, and then we'll see how we're gonna get up there to that filter. All right, after an extended period of time talking to the neighbor, here we are. Draining oil complete. We're gonna take this out of here, check it out, see if we see anything in there, and then put that drain plug back. We shouldn't see anything, okay? I hope. Oh, it won't even come out of there. Help me understand. Oh, I left my tools in the sun. I don't really see any scary stuff. Do you see any scary stuff? Now keep in mind, this is pretty dirty when I got to it, so I don't think I see anything. I think we're good. Alright, let's take the oil filter off. Alright, we got the drain pan put back under there. We got the wheel moved out of the way. And you got 2 extensions and a deep well socket taking this bad mamma jamma loose here. Hopefully We won't need any other craziness for this. Yep, there we got some oil coming out. Fell right out of the filter. All right, I couldn't film it because not only did I need both hands, but I got oil all over them. The filter's out of there. What you have to do after sticking that ratchet and socket, everything in there, by the way, that's what it looks like. You get it almost all the way out, you stick your fingers through this hole, and you start twisting it. And then when it falls down on your pipes down there, you have to get your fingers in over here between the pipes and these here and kind of pull it out towards you. When it gets over here, out from entangled in between all that mess, you push it up and out right here, okay? It's very hard to get in there, okay? So you go here and out, okay? So to you, up and out. Perfect. Now I'm going to do this one. It's going to be very difficult. Probably going to need two hands. So please, don't get mad at me for not showing this part. It's not easy, all right? You'll get it. Don't worry. Also, I don't know if I mentioned it. You're going to need 4 quarts. You're not going to use all of them, if I'm not mistaken. It's about 3 and some. But you'll need 4 because it's a little over 3. But you know, you do an oil change every 5,000 or something miles. I don't really know how much it is. I'll have to read on the thing that I probably already showed you. And you'll use it again, I promise. Anyways, let's throw that on there, huh? Alright, to get that back up in there, as you can see, it is right there. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to come through here, slide it over to where you can grab it here, and then just push it that way, see? And before you do, pop open a quart like I did this one. Rub some around that little rubber O-ring that's on it, which you can see right there as I make a mess. So go ahead and do yourself a favor and do that. And then you're going to get your socket, put it back on here. This is after you catch some threads with your hands. Put your socket back on there and roll it back on there. Hand tight. Okay, do not crank that thing. You'll hate yourself later, I promise. Alright, we hand tightened that oil filter on there. And now you just need to get some oil. Start throwing it in there, about 3 quarts, and then I'll let this puppy down. And we'll check it. Make sure when you're checking your oil, you stand your bike up and keep it as level as possible. One side or the other. You don't want to be on this side. But yeah, one side or the other, it'll show off. So be aware of that. There is, to read this, there is a full and a low. And you want to be either here or here. You don't want to be here. Okay? So that's how you read that. We want to be up here on the full. But you might want to put some in if yours is a little low. Okay? So, let's get the funnel. Start putting it in there. Alright, here we go. 1 quart going down the hatch, buddy. This is going to take some time, so I'll probably just cut it after we throw this in here. And we'll come back when we got about 3. And let it down and check it. Oh! Make sure you throw the drain plug back in there before you pour your oil in. Or, if you're like me, forget about it and go talk to your neighbors. And then you forget that you did put it back on there like a dumbass and waste, I don't know, what is this, a quart? Almost a quart, and that thing's about $13 a quart. Anyways, we're going to tighten it up since dumbass forgot to put it on. It wasn't me, it was the last guy that worked on it. Well, after spilling some on the ground and using all but about that much, we got it pretty much where it needs to be. You can see I dropped the bike back down on the ground and got it to where I can move it pretty level. It's a little bit tilted to the left, but that's not that big of a deal. What I'm going to do is go get my keys from the house, start this thing up, let it run for just a minute, shut it off, let it build some oil pressure, and then after a little bit we'll come and check that oil again, bring it back up. If it does drop from pushing oil around in this thing, we'll fill it more up, and then we're good to go. I'll have to take this bad mamma jam out of gear. If I can put the key in here with all this crap in the way. Okay. Pop this bad boy out of here. Probably going to cycle this on and off for a bit. Let that fuel build up. Because we did take this off. If you haven't seen that video, put it out a little bit ago probably. Not now, but We will, don't worry. And my bike, I have to hold this and hit that. So give me 1 second here. Now do you see why we let this thing do what I said we needed to do? I gotta open this bad boy back up. Put a little bit more oil in it. I hope we got enough. Hopefully. We will see. Put that back in there, just like so. And here we go. For all the marbles, this is all we got left. Watch down there, will you? Can you see that? I'm trying to do this with all my hands. Come on. Oh, we're almost there. Give me just a minute to fine-tune this thing. Alright. That's about where it needs to be, if you guys can see that pretty well. Maybe not too well for you, but let's turn this back on. Start it up again, see what happens. Alright, while this is running, I'm gonna let it idle. There's nothing gonna be in that sight glass. Did a little reading on it. People say different things about it to get it really fine-tuned. But for the most part, you're not gonna see anything on that sight glass until you shut it off. Let it warm up, get the temp, shut it off, just kind of like how I did earlier. I was just repressurizing everything since I did the filter and all that. So start it, let it run for just a second, turn it off, then pour some more oil in it, start it, let it idle, and then once it's idled for a little bit, got up to a decent temp, shut it off, check the oil level again, make sure it's in between low and full, okay? I got mine like right on the cusp of full. Don't overfill, don't underfill. You kind of get the gist, okay? All right, the operating temperature we're looking for is about 170, 180. We're about 133 right now. Give it a little bit more. Check the sight glass. This is what I'm talking about. It's empty now. When you give it a little gas, you'll see some oil in there. But yeah, we're just kind of waiting at this point. All right, so far, still no leaks. This was from earlier, my own little fuck up, okay? Nothing leaking from the filter, nothing leaking from the bolt we put in the pan. I think I'm gonna go ahead and shut it off now. It's about 159. I feel like as long as it's taking this thing to get up the operating temperature, you could do some serious damage if you don't have the right amount of fluid. So I'm gonna shut this thing off and we're gonna see where we're at. We got a little bit of smoke for some oil burning off down there and some brake clean that I sprayed. But yeah, we'll see what it looks like when we shut it off in just a second. You see how it's starting to, the little wet spots of oil that are on it are starting to burn off, but you can't see no oil in there. I don't know if you can see that drain pan bolt or not, but so far I think we're all right. Let's go ahead and shut this thing down. About 169, that's good enough for me. All right, let's see where this is at. Slowly coming. I think that's pretty much full. Might be a little hard to see for you guys. Sight glass is a little dirty, but we might have a little more, add a little more, maybe not. See, it's weird because from where you're at, it's pretty good. I might put a little bit more in there. I don't like it in between there, to be honest. I'll add just a little more. And then we're good to go. I used about, I poured quite a bit of it, so about 3 quarts and a little. I'd love to give you an actual amount, but, you know, considering I spilled the shit everywhere. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I hope this helps you guys. Oh, look, you see it's coming up now. Yeah, it looks higher up here. I don't know if I'm crazy. See? It looks a lot higher up here than it does straight at it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. It's the first time I've ever done this, so I was kind of flying by the seat of my pants for a little bit, looking up stuff here and there. But I hope it helps, and yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one.